Suppose a man has to refrain himself from immoral activities and engaged himself in having the moral activities. He should know moral, immoral in totality. Without knowing them completely, there is a chance of lapses in either side. Therefore, in the Chittupad there the enumeration of the immoral and moral types of consciousness. Again, there is a question. Even we know that a thief or two thieves or even all thieves, but we do not know their association, then also there is a chance of lapses and falling in their trap. Therefore, there is need of knowing the factors which are associates of both the moral and immoral consciousness. In fulfillment of this query, there is the enumeration of the psychic factors, immoral in nature, moral in nature. It is after knowing the consciousness, knowing the psychic factors, one becomes able to know that this is the totality of the moral states and this is totality of the moral one. What is the use of knowing them? It means there appears inquisitiveness of knowing the importance of the moral and immoral activities, of knowing the impact of moral and immoral activities. What is it? It is the vipak. What is vipak? It is the fruit of moral and immoral actions. As the tree bears fruits, similarly, the vipak also bear moral and immoral actions. The fruits of a tree are gross and visible, but the fruits of the moral and immoral are mental. They can be experienced. The fruits further becomes kambij, seed of furthering the action. Therefore, the immoral actions with their seeds should be minimized and gradually reduced, nothing, and moral actions with their fruits should be accelerated and taken to their enumeration in their manifestation in the form of immense purification. Therefore, there is introduction of vipak chitta. What will be the use of having such understanding? We understand that a being is understood by his consciousness. If his consciousness is polluted, he is also polluted. If the consciousness is purified, he is also purified. Therefore, the purity of the consciousness is the purity of a being. A man possessing the purity of the consciousness is a pure man. A man who is a man in the real sense of the term is called as mano usadham iti manusyo. What is a pollution and purity? Attachment in its variegated form is pollution, and negation of attachment with their all manifestation is the purity. The sign of purity is the kriya chitta, where there is no pollution at all. It does not give vipak, and therefore there is the description of the kriya chitta with minute details in the text. The second chapter is Rupa Kanda. The man is the composition of mind and matter. In this human world, we cannot have the conception of a man without matter. All the details of the purity with respect to person have been stated in Chittupad Kanda. But how does this consciousness manifest in the practical world remains a question. The answer is that it is due to the association of the Rupa. Rupa is the 4 Mahabhutas and 23 or 24 types of Upada Rup. Chattaro cha Mahabhuta, Chatunnam cha Mahabhutanam, Upadai Rupam idam bucchati Rupam. Here also the process of exposition goes like before. Anything in the Abhidhammic traditions should be understood in totality. Rope should also be understood with minute details. It is for this reason there is the description of the rope with so many questions and nice expositions in the two forms of illustration known as Nideshanaya and Uddeshanaya, which may be understood from the examples. When the reals have been stated very clearly to Chittupad in Chittupad and Rupakand, what is the need of other chapters? The answer is that the main problem of man is suffering. That man has been explained in 2 chapters with minute details. The state of freedom has not been explained here. That Nibbana should also be explained, and for that there is the introduction of Nikhepakanda, where there is the brief exposition of all the Mātikās. In doing so, in analysis, it can be seen that there are some Mātikās which throw light on all the 4 reals, depicting man in suffering, man in experience and freedom. There are some Mātikās which only explain Chit, Chetsik, Rupa. In doing so, firstly, the 4 reals have been explained in one place, and secondly, the man is in suffering and the man in external bliss have been pointed out, and thirdly, the nature of each has been made clear. The best form of exposition is the available in Dhammasaṅgaṇi, with the help of a number of attributes as Abhyakat Dhamma, Sukhai Dhamma, Vipaka Dhamma, etc. This is justification from the Nikhepakanda. There is another question. By moving other exposition, some aspects are either left untouched or the man simply touched. This is also seen in the Nikhepakanda. While presenting the brief exposition in some cases, some points have been remained partially. So long they remain observed, there is difficulty in understanding the Abhidhamma, and for this reason there is the introduction of Athudwar Kanda, which is unfolding of the 4 reals of Abhidhamma. It is in this background or way the 4 reals of Abhidhamma has been left untold in Abhidhamma. It is in this way the 4 reals of Abhidhamma which has been left untold in Abhidhamma have been explained through the Mātikās and introducing to 4 chapters psychologically and justified ways, and therefore there is justification of the chapters and there is introduction of the chapter according to the title. Thank you very much for your patience hearing, and I hope that this chapter might have given you insight in understanding the first text of Abhidhamma Pitaka, Dhammasaṅgaṇi, and its the treatment of the 4 reals, Chit, Chetsik, Rupa and Nibbana in this module. Thank you very much.